First, Victoria Beckham wowed the fashion elite this week as she unveiled her latest clothes range in New York. She won rave reviews from style gurus on both sides of the Atlantic, describing it as astonishingly accomplished and a surprise hit. But Posh is not the first celebrity to endorse her own range of products. Madonna, Kate Moss, Lloyd Grossman, Jamie Oliver, Paul Newman and Jordan have all put their names to something, from food to frying pans, perfume to pyjamas, and every night I go to bed with Kylie. Now, that's her range of bed linen. But is all this celebrity gear really what it's cracked up to be? Is it really designed by the celebrities themselves, or are they just cashing in on their celebrity status? Here to discuss are clothes horse turned clothes maker, Caprice, award-winning fashion designer, Lisi, and Sue Carroll. Caprice, your name's on quite a lot of things, from lingerie to goodness knows what. How much involvement do you have?
Well, I started off with a license deal initially, and then I started to see sales figures and started to see how much money somebody else is making, so I sawed that. So I basically thrusted all my money into a business called By Caprice Lingerie, bought back my license and started the business on my own. Now, I'm going to Paris twice a year, picking out all my embellishments, my laces, my embroideries, like I said, my embellishments, looking at trends, coming back, designing everything myself.
So do you design, you do design
I
yourself?
design everything myself, and I have my sample room here. I have it all sampled up in Nottingham, and then I send it out to the Far East, and then they sample it again for a fit, and then it comes to me. I do all my red seals, all my gold seals. I do everything. But then again, I'm financing this. I don't have any equity partners, which it might be slightly different from Victoria Beckham, but she might, I'm designing everything myself, and I don't have any formal education. And my brand, thank God, because I put a lot of my own money into it, is a success story.
Ben, what's your reaction to that?
Well,
trained designer, lifetime designer.
I'm somewhere on the fence on this subject. Obviously, like all professions, we study and train and have years and years of experience to cultivate and nurture a brand, which is what I did. And now I'm at the ripe old age of whatever for this brand to work for me for a change. I see no problem with celebrities or people who have built a persona and a brand to actually lend their name, license their name, and create and make money off of their brand. Caprice came really clean on this, because Caprice said right from the very, very onset, I granted a license. Someone said, there's value in Caprice. She lent her name, she got paid. She then realized that there's more room for maneuver, more room for profitability here. She then bought it back and got into it, and probably self-taught herself throughout through the way. But not many other celebrities are as honest as that.
Do you think it's unlikely, then, that Victoria Beckham did actually sketch out her ideas?
I think Victoria Beckham has a very keen sense of style. I think she's fine-tuned it. She's in a place where she's probably her most comfortable in herself because of the way she presents herself. I've always thought that Victoria never really had an effortless look. It was always a very manufactured kind of presented look. Unlike her husband, David, which just seems quite off the cuff and always kind of gets it right.
Don't you hate him?
Don't you hate him? Having said that, there's one thing to be a consumer who has, piles of money to be able to buy this, and then one day wake up and say, well, you know what? I can do it. I can design it. Yeah. I think if truth be known, Victoria is probably styling it in her own way, saying, I had this dress, I liked the way it fit. Yeah. It had something going on underneath. Can we emulate that? I want this fabric because I don't want to feel the dress. And it has a very, very distinctive flair of a very named designer.
Whose name is?
Whose name will remain nameless.
Oh, right. Fine.
But I can give you the initials, but I think someone called RM actually kind of looks like there's some of his feeling.
Let's ask the shopper. Sue's a confessed shopaholic. Does this matter to you, whether or not Posh designed hers? I mean, you might not buy hers, but if you bought Caprice, I mean, I like the bedding that had Kylie embroidered on the corner, so we bought it because it was nice. But, you know, does it matter if they design it?
No, I think I'm a real shopper. You have to run really hard to catch up with me when I'm shopping. And if I like something, I buy it. It doesn't matter whose name is on it. If I want it and I think it's good quality. But I have been seduced by celebrity brands. I have bought perfume because they've got a celebrity name on them. And
because you want to, in quotes, smell like them.
Because it's
or the
seductive.
association.
It's seductive. You are seduced by the idea that a celebrity has been involved with it one way or another. But I think the market is utterly saturated.
Or are
with
you
them
just
now.
buying into their lifestyle?
I think you are, and I think you. And
I think
yeah.
that's the key.
Well, that's Caprice what you hope,
think
is that they look at you and think, I love the way she dresses, I want to be like her.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But there's nothing wrong with that then, is it, Ben? Are you happy to as long as they sit there and you sit there? Or do you feel
I was prepared to fight today.
Yeah.
But she completely
Took
blew
the
that,
wind out of
blew
yours.
that out of them.
You probably didn't know.
Because I feel that there's a lot of people out there that they become they're celebrities and they just wake up one day and say I'm gonna have a collection of clothing at Topshop. I mean, and that one will.
But as a
remain
designer,
nameless.
that must frustrate you. It would frustrate me.
It pisses me off, quite frankly.
Yeah,
because I work very hard to
3
create
o'clock
the
in the
best
afternoon.
engineer.
Sorry, children, half term. It's a rude word.
Sorry.
Never mind.
sorry.
Fine.
So it is.
He gets a bit fed up.
No, it does annoy you after a while because you feel like if I was going to have heart surgery, would I go to someone who woke up one morning and decided that medicine was and go to a beginner, or would I go to someone who was an eminent surgeon? And
I know exactly where you're going, because whenever I put that Armani underwear on that David Beckham models, it feels as if I've had surgery. My thanks to Caprice, to Ben and Sue. Thank you very much.